All right, hello and welcome to another exciting week of Out of the Box Gaming. I am your host, Nick Picard, and joining me is my co-host, Will Kinsey. Will, how are you doing today?
I am doing phenomenal, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Had a early morning, got to play some games before doing this, got to talk to you a little bit before starting, and yeah, it's been pretty great. Lindsay, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. All right, for all you listeners out there, if this is your first time joining us, in this podcast, we like to talk about like all things game related. So from like video games to role playing games, board games, everything in between. You will find discussions on all types of games as well as strategy. Sometimes we may have special guests. So if you consider yourself a gamer, this podcast is for you.
That's right. We want to share our love of games with you and maybe even introduce you guys to something new. So, in this podcast, you're going to find different topics every episode. And we also really want to hear from you. So, feel free to drop topic ideas and discussion questions that you would like to hear.
Yeah. So like I said before, this is your first time joining us. We do something each week, and with our producer Lindsay, she will give us a trivia question for each episode. So Lindsay, what is the trivia question for this episode?
Okay, so this one I think is going to be a little bit easier for you guys. Maybe give Nick a good chance to start a comeback because Will's currently leading Nick 3-1 in our trivia questions. So the question for today is, Pokemon was originally released on which video game console? What did it first come out on?
Okay,
Hmm.
I think I know, but
I hope this isn't like a sleeper surprise one. I
yeah,
think I know, but we'll see. Well, if you guys at home, if you want to think on that question, Lindsay will be back with us at the end of the episode to hear our answers and then give us what the actual correct answer. If you're watching live, feel free to comment, but remember, don't cheat. Um, so Nick, what games have you been playing over the last week?
our last few weeks because we haven't really been talking about what we've been playing, the past few
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
Um, well, let's see. I think I've caught up on most of my backlog.
Nice.
I know a few weeks ago I was saying that I had a few games that I've like got at least like halfway through, but I just haven't finished. So I know now I've beat Red Dead 2. I beat Pokemon Sword. I beat was it Rise of the Tomb Raider? That's the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I beat that one. And then earlier in this week, I finished the story for Need for Speed Heat. So I'm pretty sure that's all the ones that I need to like catch up on that I got like a good portion through and I just never finished. Um, but yeah, other than that, lately I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2 because this month it was one of the free games on PlayStation. So I've been playing that a
Ah.
lot. Um, I haven't really played it since it first was released, and they've changed a lot of stuff. I still will get into some matches, and there'll be people that have been playing for who knows how long, probably since it came out, and they just kind of wreck on everyone.
Destroy.
Yeah, like there'll be. I know there was one game when we got in, there was an enemy, General Grievous, and all he would do is he would just like leap in, kill somebody, and then run away like a little pansy. And he just kept doing that so he wouldn't die. So,
Yeah, that's kind of General Grievous's thing, isn't it?
He's a
Run
little
away.
OP in that game. He can
yeah.
just spider walk through you and
Yeah.
just instantly destroy
Yeah,
you.
like last night there was an enemy General Grievous and there was like four of us in a room and he comes in and he just does his little spider walk thing and walks through us and it instantly kills us. And I was like, that seems a bit broken for him just to walk through us. Because there's
That's
times
scary.
Because there's times where I think I've had to get hit by a lightsaber twice for it to kill me, but for him just walking through me as a spider, it just instantly kills me, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah. But I think other than that, I played some Overwatch. Oh, we did play some Fortnite because the new season of
Finally.
Finally. The new season of Fortnite finally released on Wednesday. It took them forever to release this season. Everything kept getting pushed back. But now we have Aquaman in Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it was on Monday, they had a in-game event, and it was like a thing to kick off the next season or whatnot. It was a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, Epic, I was a bit disappointed on that one.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen any of the Fortnite events that they do, Will, but this one, it was just like a lot was going on, but nothing really happened. So
Gotcha. That sounds disappointing.
yeah, it was probably one of the worst ones that I've seen. And I mean, they normally do a good job of like in-game events. So
we beat the last dungeon.
oh yeah, we
Minecraft
did.
Dungeons.
We did beat the last dungeon in the Minecraft Dungeons, that dungeon crawler game.
Oh yeah.
Which, the game's fun, and then as soon as we beat it, it's like, okay, we get a harder difficulty. But we don't even get the hardest difficulty. We have to, like, go through it all again, and then we get the hardest difficulty after we beat it, like, the second time. So,
Well, looks like you got to play through it 2 more times.
yeah. I mean, we probably will at some point, since there'll be some expansions for it. Not sure when they come out, but we're going to have to level up our characters probably before that comes out. But I think that's mostly what I've been playing this week. A good variety of different things. And now I'm just trying to figure out what my next game is I'm going to play to try to beat. Because I do have games that I, have that I haven't played. Or I did play and like started out and play like maybe 30 minutes to an hour and never continued it, which I basically should just start over. I'm just trying to clean up those games. So, but yeah. Will, what have you been playing these past couple weeks?
Well, if you're looking for a new game to start, I can recommend one that I just recently was gifted by our wonderful admin Alex. Kerbal Space Program. I think we talked about it a little bit last night on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun. I know it's like super old, and tons of people have played through it and whatever, but this is my first time playing it, and I figured it out kind of last night, and
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying it. Like, I played for 4 hours last night without even realizing it, and went to bed at midnight. So
I never figured out how to play the game.
I just keep putting fuel tanks and rockets on stuff and hoping they go into space. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm getting there.
So basically, what NASA did, right?
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
trial and
exactly
error.
what NASA did, with about as much competence, I think. So yeah, a shout out to Alex for giving me that. That was a wonderful gift. Other than that, I played a little bit of League. But I've been going really hardcore on mobile games because I'm a filthy casual.
Mm.
So yeah, building up a team in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and just really enjoying that. But yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of gaming this week. Kerbal was pretty much most of it, And then, of course, we did some role plays, Mutants and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Masterminds that I'm DMing for us, and Dungeons and Dragons, which we play together. So that's most of the games.
Okay.
Now, for some of these games that we've mentioned, uh, we really love these games, and we wish that there were sequels. Nick,
Yeah.
are there any particular games that you would like to see a sequel to?
Well, if we go off of what we were just talking about with the different games that we've been playing,
Hmm.
I'm not really sure. Because, I mean, I already know, like I said, that I beat the Tomb Raider one the other week. I mean, there's already a third one that I haven't started that one yet.
Goodness.
Let's see. I mean, I can't think of the games that I've been playing recently, but I know there are some games that I played when I was younger that I wish there was another one. And the biggest one for me is Portal. I really wish there was a third Portal game. That was
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite games playing. I was excited when the second one came out. I played that one. You can play with a friend. It's a lot of fun, but never got a third one. And I don't know if we would ever get a third one because I'm pretty sure the people that made Portal are known for not making like a third installment of a game.
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure it's the same people that made Half Life, and you always, hear those people go, Half Life 3 confirmed. It's like, yeah, no.
yeah, never. If they do make a third Portal, it has to have VR support, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I mean,
absolutely.
I
VR Portal.
probably wouldn't play it in VR, but I mean, yeah, absolutely have it. It would be really cool if they made a third one and you could play up to 4 people.
Mm.
That would be,
Yeah, I think that would be the next logical step.
yes,
Do like a 4-person co-op, or even have like a versus mode or something like that.
yeah,
They would do something crazy.
yeah. I can't even imagine what all they could do with 4 people. But yeah, um, definitely wish there was a third Portal. And then I know when I was younger, there was a Star Wars game that I really enjoyed, and I was very, very, very disappointed in the second game that they did. So I kind of wish that they would, just make a third one to make up for it. And it was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. The did you ever play those games?
I didn't. I remember playing the demo of the first one in like Walmart,
Yeah.
but I don't think I ever played those.
Yeah, the first one was great. Like it's been so long and I don't remember much of it. And I know the second one, I had one of our friends over, and we were playing it, and it was late at night. And I remember looking over, and he was on the couch and he was asleep, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to beat this game tonight. And then I come across Darth Vader in the game. I'm like, surely this isn't the end of the game. This is too quick. Like that was super quick. This isn't going to be the end. So I end up like fighting him. And then it was the end of the game, and I was like, I just kind of stopped, and I was like, what? That was like what 5 hours?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's nothing. And I was just very disappointed. And I think a lot of people were very disappointed in that game. And I really wish that they would make a third one and just kind of make up for the lack of game that they made.
Is
it
that
was
the one with the disappointing fight? Like with Darth Vader?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Talking about it.
yeah, it was just like I could not believe how quickly that game was, because I think the first game was at least 3 hours longer than that one. And of how games are today, typically a good game is at least like what 12 hours for a good, like a minimum of like good story or whatever.
Yeah.
I just like I kind of wish there would be a third one, but I mean probably would never see that. Yeah. Is there any games that you wish had a sequel?
Yes. Yes. Um, so first off, like kind of a basic one. We mentioned uh last week about some of the new games coming out, and there was the what was it, Brutal Force All Stars, the or whatever it was, the ones with the cars
Oh
that
yeah,
Lindsay
yeah,
said
yeah.
looked like Fortnite characters.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about that and how I was really hoping a new Twisted Metal would come out because the last Twisted Metal that came out was in 2012 and it was very bland. So I think a new Twisted Metal would be super fun to have, like an actual full-on new game, because they did a lot of rehashes and a lot of remakes. But I would like a new Twisted Metal. Um,
Yeah, I don't
but
think I ever played Twisted Metal.
it was fun. Like I had a bunch of them growing up, and it was an entertaining small amount of carnage
Hmm.
that was just good, clean destruction. You know, that every child should have in their life. But car combat games are I have always held a special place in my heart. That's why I also liked Blur. I think I mentioned that one as well. Um, they're super fun.
That just made me think of another game that I used to play when I was younger. Burnout. Did you
Oh
ever play?
yeah,
Did you ever play those?
yes sir.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
remember which one I had,
Oh
but
no,
I had.
I know there was. How many were there? I think I played up to three, where it was like just Burnout one, like Burnout, the Burnout two, Burnout three. I think that was the number it went to. But then there was like a Burnout Paradise. That one was more. It seemed like they did like free roam with it, and I wasn't really sure about that. But I remember just in like the Burnout three or two, just getting, I guess like the start of the thing, and then just going and just seeing how much destruction you could do. And it was just enjoyable to do, just see how much damage you could do.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot in Need for Speed Carbon.
Oh
There were
yeah.
all these things you could hit and just like cause havoc, and if you were in a car chase, you could like bring down a building into the street. It was insane. Yeah, car combat games, man.
Yeah.
Um, but another one that I would absolutely love to see because it was a game that was incredibly ahead of its time for what it did was PsyOps, the Mindgate conspiracy.
I don't
Did you
think
ever get to play that one?
I don't I no. I don't even know if
Not
I've
a
ever
lot of people
I don't even think
did.
I've heard of it.
So it was a PlayStation 2 game. Uh, it came out in the early 2000s,
Mhm.
but you played as this guy who had his mind wiped and he was experimented on. So it's like a third person point of view shooter, but you have telekinetic powers. And they did it so well that you could activate your powers and like pick up so many things in the world and throw them across the room and like knock people over. And like this is a 2004 game actually.
Oh wow.
So it was so ahead of its time and it was incredible for what it was. It doesn't age well at all, but at the time there was absolutely nothing like it. And yeah, a sequel of that would be phenomenal.
That sounds really interesting. Kind of wish I
Yeah,
would have played that when when I was younger, but yeah.
it was phenomenal. Yeah, like telekinesis. At some point, you could like summon fire. You could get pyrokinesis, and you could like astral project, like all these weird mechanics that they put in the game.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I
and
feel like I
then
missed out on that.
yeah, anyone who didn't play it, which was most of the world, missed out on that game.
Yeah. And then I was looking up like some stuff on games because I was just trying to I was having a hard time remembering some of them. There was one game that I wish they had a sequel, and we, talked about this a few episodes ago. It was our nostalgia game of the week during that one.
I was just about to say it, man. I've got the Wikipedia page pulled
Yeah,
up.
The Simpsons
Yes.
hit and run.
Yes.
Wish that one had a sequel. That would be so much fun.
So much fun. Yes.
Like,
That needs a sequel so bad.
I don't know what it would take to actually get sequels for games. Like, obviously there's, a bunch of people love some of these games that we've, talked about, but I don't know what all goes in it for these companies to be like, yes, we should make a sequel for that. Like, I don't know if they just didn't make enough money or they just got out of, I guess, like contracts ended or something. I don't know, but
It's usually some political crap like
Yeah.
that. But with Simpsons, there's all of the licensing stuff and
yeah,
what game company has the rights to make a Simpsons game at this point and blah blah blah. So that one is probably it's either far less likely or far more likely to happen than some of the others we've mentioned,
yeah,
depending on who has the rights to make the games.
yeah. No, and just thinking about all this, whenever you said like all the rights and stuff, it made me think of one that should have gotten a sequel back in the day, but it didn't. And I heard that they even talked about what it would be, and it was from the original Star Wars Battlefront, because they had the first one, the second one, and then there was talks of a third one, but it never
Oh.
happened. And from what I remember of the third one, from what people said, that it was going to be where you can actually, because in the second one, I assume you played it, where you can actually
Mhm.
run up to a vehicle and get in the vehicle and then move around instead of like what it is right now from what the game is now, is you have points and you pick. It's like, hey, I want to be in this vehicle, and then you just spawn in the vehicle.
Yeah.
But from what I was like seeing or told, what the third one was going to be was you can like run up to a vehicle and you can go from that vehicle and fly up into space and have space battles in the mix of like the ground battles. Which, I mean, they have that now with what EA has made with the Star Wars Battlefront, but it's not the same.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah, they put their own spin on it. They have different game modes, and it's an enjoyable game. But I really miss the old, like Battlefront 2, and then I wanted the third one because like everything I was hearing, I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing, and then it just never happened.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah,
So many Star Wars games that have sounded amazing that haven't happened.
yeah. I mean, there's another one that I didn't play much of, but I know was enjoyable. Was the Star Wars Republic Commando?
Oh, I never played that one.
Yeah. I remember I had it on, it was, I think, the original Xbox. I don't remember much of it. I know that you are in a group of the like commanders or whatever. You're troopers, not stormtroopers. You're just like the normal like clone trooper or whatever. And it was like a first person shooter type game. It was very fun. Like I don't remember much of it because like I said, I haven't played it, and that game came out in like what 2005. So I mean, it's been a long time. I just know it was a really cool first person shooter, and it was a Star Wars game that you were not playing as a Jedi or Sith. So
That sounds awesome.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on Steam. I think I do have it on Steam actually, but it's I should actually go through and play it sometime. Yeah. Was there any other games that you could think of that you would quickly want to like mention? I mean,
Sequels?
yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll like revisit this with some some other games that we can think of, but I was mostly trying to think of the older games that I wish had sequels, not even like the newer games. I was trying to stay away from those because we might get sequels because for some of the newer games.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, for older games, can't really think of any right now. I think I'm pretty set on those. Although we may come across some in later episodes.
Yeah. Well, instead of giving us, expansions or sequels to some of these games, some companies have started just giving us remastered versions of some of our favorite games. There are several new ones that have been recently announced. Will, what are some of remastered games that you are looking forward to?
Oh boy. So I know last week we talked a little bit about a remaster that's happening with one of my favorite series, the Demon Souls remaster or remake that's coming out for PlayStation 5. It looks incredible. Just the world is so bright and beautiful and scary. And I'm excited. I am truly excited. I know you said you don't really dig on the Souls games.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
But that, along with a few others, have made me really consider just like buying the PlayStation 5 when it comes out.
Yeah, get that.
Get
that pop color system.
That pop collar, exactly. It's beautiful. But yeah, the original Demon Souls was, like I said before, incredibly ahead of its time, but doesn't age super well. But the story, the enemies, it was all just phenomenal. So I'm super excited to see what they do with the remaster, like what changes they make, what they keep in, and yeah, I'm just excited. Another one that I know a lot of people are excited about, our admin Alex, I'm pretty sure like 20 minutes after it was announced, sent me a message in all caps. Might have been some like, swear words in there. I don't know, but I could feel the excitement through the message. The new Pokemon Snap is happening.
Yes. Yes.
Like about time, right?
I know. Now after this, we just need Pokemon Stadium.
Oh god.
But yeah, did you watch the Pokemon Snap trailer that they had earlier this week?
I did, and it looks beautiful.
Yes.
The number of different Pokemon species looks to be immense. It looks like it's a huge world.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do have one thing to say though. In that trailer, you see a Pidgeotto attack a freaking Magikarp, and I'm not okay with that.
It's okay that what they didn't show you is that Magikarp's just going to turn into the Gyarados and then just wreck the Pidgeotto.
Exactly.
Oh.
Showing, I know it's the circle of life, and Pokemon probably do eat each other, but I had never witnessed that before.
Yeah.
And to see that in a commercial, a trailer for Pokemon Snap, the most passive and kind and wonderful Pokemon game, it just threw my world upside down.
I never played the original. But am I understanding this correctly that all you do in this game is take pictures of Pokemon?
Yes. It's so great.
Okay. I mean, I
So-
guess it's better than making them fight each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, you would go through essentially a safari of incredibly pixelated Pokemon and take very awesome pictures of them. And I believe you could print off your pictures. So you could like take pictures of Pokemon and then you could save them, and if I'm not mistaken, you could print them off. If someone watching knows, correct me if I'm wrong or expand more on that, but I think you could print your pictures. So I'm hoping maybe they have something like that with the new one.
I mean,
Of being able to like, you'll obviously be able to share your pictures and stuff.
I would assume you could take it, like save the picture, because I know on the Switch you can like just take a screenshot and it saves it. I'd assume if you had a, like an SD card or whatever, and you had that in the system, you can save it all in there, and then you can take it to like Walmart or Walgreens or whoever does like print out pictures, and you can do it that way.
I can just
Decorate your house
imagine.
with framed Pokemon pictures.
Just imagine like going there is like, yeah, I want to print out all these.
I would like to pick up my 75 pictures of
The Pokemon?
Pokemon.
I went on safari. These are the pictures I took.
I mean, and just with this game coming out, obviously we're going to get a lot of people that do gaming photography to get a lot of good Pokemon pictures, and we'll see those across the internet.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah,
Gaming photography?
Yeah,
yeah. Like the people who make
That's-
really cool pictures in Spider-Man
yeah.
and
Like,
gaming photographers.
Normally, games when they come out now, there'll be like a photo mode,
Yeah.
and it's for people to get like really cool pictures and just for that, like how photographers, they go out into the world and they get really cool pictures of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that.
I mean,
but in
I
games.
understand it, but I also don't understand it. Like, but I mean, you do you. Like, if that's something you enjoy, go for it.
I mean, a lot of people would enjoy it because they're put it in a lot of games, and I know
They
with
must really be enjoying the event right now on Animal Crossing where you can go take wedding photos.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, gaming photographers love Animal Crossing.
I learned something new today.
It's a whole subculture. Pretty sure there's a subreddit.
Probably.
Oh yeah, probably.
Probably dangerous too.
Mhm.
So yeah, Pokemon Snap. It along with several other things happening, which one I'm about to mention, are probably going to make me have to get a Switch soon. So another remake that will be dropping on the Switch that I am just so excited for is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It is coming to the Switch and PlayStation 4 in 3 days, it looks like. Yeah.
Mm.
But don't you have a PS4?
I do have a PS4, but can you imagine pod racing with Switch controllers?
Oh yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I don't know if it's actually a full-on remaster or if it's more like a port, but either to get to pod race.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could. Yeah, I think you may have cut out a little bit there, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, you're good. I just heard pod race, and that was. I didn't know if you said anything before, but yeah, it's all good.
That's
I
the most
mean,
important bit.
yeah.
Pod race.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
that's coming at, like, I really would hope that they would like up the graphics on that thing.
yeah, because it was very terribly pixelated, and then
Yes.
having that PlayStation 4 would be horrendous. So I'm fairly certain it was a remaster, but I didn't see
Yeah,
too much
it says
when I saw the announcement.
a full remaster of the 1999
Full
racing game.
remaster. Yes. So yeah, it should look beautiful.
Yeah, I'm clicking on some of these links. I'm just afraid there's going to be like just a random like
Same.
sound to be playing, and okay, I'll have to look into that because I remember going to what was it like Walmart or Target or like all those places, Kmart, and just going up and playing that game because I don't think I ever actually owned it, but I just remember playing it in store at those like little kiosk things.
Yeah, that was in like the demo kiosks for a long time. I think my dad got it when I was super little. Uh, I don't even know. It was on a PlayStation, I think. But I was maybe like 7 at the time. It was incredible at the time. I'm sure it doesn't age well at all, but the remaster, like big hype. I'm gonna have to see how much it is and maybe pick it up on PlayStation 4 just to mess around.
Now, for
And
me, I don't know if there's really ones that I'm looking forward to that I know of that are getting remastered. But I know there's some that I wouldn't mind seeing a remastered or remake for.
oh,
Um, some of the Legend of Zelda games, ones that I didn't really get to play. I know what was the one? It was Wind Waker. I know I played it some. It was on the GameCube, but I want it to actually come to the Switch because I think that didn't they come out with it for like what the Wii U at one point? It was like a Wii U version, but I still never played it. But I mean, the Wii U didn't really do well for Nintendo.
yeah, I feel like they did have a remake or remaster of that
Yeah.
at some point.
I
Wind Waker was incredible.
I wanted to come to the Switch so bad. And then I would like some of the older Fire Emblem games to be remade, remastered. I don't want it to be like what the Fire Emblem games are now. I don't really like that as much. I want the classic feel of them. Because I remember I would spend hours like on my like Game Boy Advance or whatever, just playing them. Because there was Fire Emblem, and then there was like Fire Emblem Sacred Sword or Stones or something like that. It was one of my favorite games. Around the time I would think I was like in high or about to be in high school, and yeah.
Gotcha. I think I played a Fire Emblem game once, but that was never a series that, for some reason, I never got into. It's not like I disliked it or anything. I don't know if I ever played a Fire Emblem game. I think Alex had one when we were living together that he played, and it looked really interesting. I think it was one of the remakes or one of the newer ones. Um, but yeah, I missed out on those.
Yeah, I had a cousin or two cousins that played them a lot, and then they got me into it. And then I just would play, like I played the first one, played the second one. I was like, well, I want to play the one that was before this. And they didn't have an American version of it. So I had to go online and I had to order the Japanese version of it. And let's just say the Japanese version of the game or whatever is so much harder than what we have. Oh my gosh. Like, and I didn't need to know like how to read anything because from playing the other two so much, like I basically knew where, if I paused the menu, where the things would be. But
Right.
yeah, But in that game, like, oh man, it was so much harder. Because in the older ones, if you had a character die, they were dead. They didn't come back. And I know with the newer ones, they give you the options like, do you want this character to, actually die or just, get knocked out and you get to have them again for the next mission? I like the, original, like, oh, if they die, they're dead. Because me, I would go through, and if a character died, I'd just like, all right, let's restart this mission. I don't want them to die. But yeah, the Japanese one, it seemed like I would get hit and I would just take so much more damage from like a basic enemy. Gosh. But yeah, I would love to see some of those Fire Emblem games get remastered or remade.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's like an actual thing. I know people have said it a lot, but I think it's true that in at least like the 80s, 90s, and maybe even till now, Japanese video game creators made dumbed down versions of their games for Western audiences because we couldn't handle it.
I believe it. After experience what I did in that Fire Emblem game, I believe it.
And even some games we didn't even get. Like one of the Mega Man games, I think it was maybe Mega Man 2. There was a Mega Man game that we weren't allowed to have because it was too hard for us. Just straight up. They didn't even release it over here. It was only Japanese.
How dare they look down on us?
That's like the epitome
But it's true. People have gone back and played it, and they're like, oh yeah, no, this is hard.
Like America, you can't have nice things.
Yeah.
No, you can't have things that'll make you rage. Because we've seen what happens when you rage.
Yeah. Man.
So were there any more remasters you would want, or any that you're looking forward to?
What? Well, okay, I'll mention one that I'm looking forward to playing that is already out, but I haven't played it yet. Is the Final Fantasy one that got remastered like a month or so ago, or 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was never really big into the Final Fantasy games, but whenever I saw the remake of this, I was like, okay, this looks really good. And I was watching, I watched like one streamer play it some, and I was like, oh man, the combat in this looked very similar to Kingdom Hearts, but a very much improved version of it. And I enjoyed the first Kingdom Hearts when I played it, and I started the second one then for like an hour and didn't touch it since then. That was one of the ones that I need to go back and play. But the combat system in that remake of the Final Fantasy just looked really good. Like they definitely stepped up their game and improved it so much, because it seems like they give you so much more time to actually figure out what you want to do. Because whenever you click for an ability or a potion or whatever, it will slow down the time a lot. And I know with the Kingdom Hearts game, I had to just be like super quick and be like, what I want to do. This one is like, okay, you can, take a little bit more time. Like things are moving very slowly, but still like moving in real time. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm looking forward to playing it, but I don't know when I will get to play it, and it's one of those ones that will take a while to actually play through.
Is that the one I said you could buy now that you beat Need for Speed? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Alex playing it. He invited me over to try some rum and watch a little bit of it. And it looks incredible. And yeah, like you said, it slows down time just the right amount.
Yes.
To where you can cycle through, get your items, heal up, get your magics, whatever. But it doesn't disrupt the flow of combat, so to speak. Like, it looks clean. But yeah, that's another one that I would very much like to play.
Yeah, and I know they made it where you can play the classic battle style for it, which was turn-based, if I remember.
Mm.
But whenever they give you that option, and if you say yes, it says this is going to be the like easy difficulty if you do this. So if you only do that, like if you wanted to do that combat style, it will be on the easy difficulty. Which
Yeah, that
I would be
makes
like,
sense.
I don't want to do that. I want to get the new combat style that you put for this game.
Right.
But yeah, and then other than that, I've actually have been somewhat playing a remastered game. I don't know if you ever played the Batman games, but there was Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City that came out for the PS3.
Hmm.
But they made it was like I don't know if it was like remastered, whatever. They made it where you could play it on PS4. There was like a little bundle for the two, and I got that like years ago whenever it came out. And I've been somewhat playing Batman Arkham City. But
Yay.
yeah. I don't know if that would actually be considered remastered. I mean, it was just remastered for, this system.
Right.
I mean, it's the same exact game, like same game from before. It's just I can play it on the newer system.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that counts as a remaster.
Okay.
If anything, it's a port, but
Yeah.
I think it's a remaster. So I'll give one more, just a quick honorable mention before we move on. So we've got, we've been asking for it for years, but we've got Star Wars, a spiritual successor to Star Wars Rogue Squadron in Star Wars Squadrons that will be coming out. And that looks amazing.
Yes.
It looks like it's maybe a 5v5, probably going to be mostly PvP. But I would love to see a solid campaign like Ghost Squadron had. But it just looks super clean, and the gameplay trailer looks great.
Yeah.
So I can't wait.
It looks like something I'm gonna be terrible at. That's what it looks like.
From watching the gameplay, I was just wondering if you can only play in the first person view, or if you could do third person. Because I know when the Star Wars Battlefront 2, that like what Lindsay and I've been playing lately, they have a starship assault battle type thing, and you can go from first person to third person in there. And I mostly play on the third person because, it's a Battlefront game. I'm playing third person for obvious reasons.
I'm sure they'll probably have a third person. It will have VR support,
Yes.
so
it
that's
should.
exciting. And
Yeah.
I think that may be why they were putting it in, so like focusing on the first person aspect of it a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, even if
But
they
yeah, hopefully they'll have a third person. That would be nice.
even if they don't have the third person view of it, I still probably will play it and I'll get used to it. But from seeing the gameplay, it looked like you can maneuver a lot easier in those ships than if I would just compare it to the Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it is a vehicle combat game and
Yes.
not whatever Battlefront is.
Yeah. Though, in Battlefront, it's one of my favorite game modes they have. But I'm not great at it, but I enjoy the space battles. But this one looks like a very more detailed and better version of that.
Looks very clean.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Definitely will pick
Indeed.
it up. And it's not even going to be like a full price game. I think they said it's going to be like a $40 game. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure is what I saw.
Probably because it'll be mostly a PvP game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does have a single player thing.
I'm sure it will, and hopefully it doesn't get neglected. But yeah, so that one's exciting. And with that, our producer Lindsay would like to share another game recommendation for our producer's pick. Lindsay?
Yeah, so last week I mentioned A Way Out, which was a video game. This week I wanted to talk about a board game, card game, however you want to categorize it, and that is Sushi Go. So, Sushi Go is a fast playing card game where your goal is to grab the best combination of sushi dishes as they whiz by. You score points for making the most maki rolls or for collecting a full set of sashimi. It's a fun, fast-paced game that can be played with friends or family. I know Nick got this game a few years ago and we've enjoyed playing it. It looks like it's about 2 to 5 players, though I don't know if there is another version where you could have more. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But we enjoy it. I don't like sushi at all, but I do like the game.
Yeah. I think from this pick, I just want to hear Lindsay go through all those different sushi dishes again.
Oh, Lord. I don't know how you say.
That
Look,
was,
I
yes.
think sashimi, that's right. Right?
Sashimi. Yeah, that's right.
You
Maki
got
rolls, sashimi. Yeah.
dumplings
Yeah,
and
but
puddings. Those are like special
it's like a dessert round
dessert.
thing.
You get more points for maki rolls.
So, a few weeks ago, whenever we had our guest Alex on here, and we were talking about board games, and I was mentioning some that have been like my family's like favorite, where they actually enjoy some of these board games.
Mm-hmm.
This was a card game that they actually enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I think they made like a bigger box version of Sushi
Yeah,
Go.
I think the one we have is like an earlier version.
Yeah.
Says ages 8+. Like, it's a good family game.
Oh, what, they have a Sushi Go party? What?
Yeah, I think that one might be like more people
The big
can play
box, yeah.
than just
But yeah, if you haven't
5.
played it, definitely recommend. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like fast paced, like deck building.
And it's
type
about
game, but
15
not
minutes.
Deck building.
per for the game.
Yeah.
So yes, that is
Fun
my
fact, Sushi Go is also the name of a sushi restaurant in downtown here in Greenville.
Oh.
maybe you can play Sushi Go at Sushi Go.
Yeah.
Sushi Goception, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The world would implode. I can't do it. Also, I hate sushi, so.
Okay.
Yeah. But the game is fun. So, even if you don't like sushi.
Yeah, and it's very compact, so you can travel with it.
Yeah.
That's always a good point.
Yeah.
Travel size games are wonderful.
Yep. So that is my producer pick for the day.
So that is definitely a fun game. And, speaking of games, I believe, Lindsay, you have planned one for us today.
Yes.
So, would you like to explain how this game is going to work?
Yes. So I have very boringly titled this game, Guess the Game. You got better ideas, you
Whoa.
can let me know.
This sounds amazing.
So for this game, I'm going to show you a zoomed in image, and you have to guess the game that it's from. It could be a video game or a board game, and you will both get a chance to guess the game. It's not like a whoever speaks first type deal. If neither one of you guesses it correctly, then I have a second image that will be zoomed out just a little bit to give you more. And so if you guess it correctly on the first image, you get 2 points. If you guess it correctly on the second one, you get 1 point. Just a word of caution. Some of the images are a little blurry. I did the best I could with what I got, so.
It makes it more of a challenge.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
I would like to say, apologize for, the listeners, that you won't be able to see the images, but we can try to describe it the best that we can if you want to try to guess it. But everyone that's watching, live, you'll be able to play with us if you want.
Yep.
So,
So if you both want to pull up the game.
just give me 1 sec, and then I will pull this up for everyone watching live.
There we go. So the first one, and I did not...
I already know it.
I realized that I did not write myself an answer key.
It's okay.
But I'm pretty sure I remember them. And I know Nick already knows this one, and I'm sure
yeah.
Will probably does too. So what do you guys see in this image?
Okay, so for your listeners, what we can see is a blurry image. On the left side, there's like a little sword kind of poking out, and then more on the right, there's like some leaves, some like tree stumps things are standing upright, and then grass is on there.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I did want to mention pretty much all of the images I have are like the cover art for like a video game or computer game or like the front of the box of a board game. So
Okay.
it's not just like a random image taken from the game.
That'd be good for another time.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit harder. So, but yeah.
So now here's my question. How do we both answer without telling the other person?
I mean,
Mm,
I could do like a 3, 2, 1, and then we can just sort of say it at the same time.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm-
Yeah.
Give your
alright.
guess. Yeah. We both have answers?
Oh yeah, I have an answer
Yeah.
for this.
The title I have is long. Should I just say
I mean, just
should I skip the game series and just say the game I think it is
No,
in the
like-
series?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
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 3, 2, 1.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening?
All right, so there is a delay in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Yes, you were both correct. So if you
Yeah.
go to the next slide, I zoomed out a little bit, and if you didn't get it on this one, I don't know how
Yeah.
you wouldn't have gotten it on this one. And so then you go to the next slide with the blue background or purple colors, and that is...
I don't know if I would have had it by this one.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Well, this is the answer, so...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should have picked, like, part of the cloud.
Yeah, and the egg on the top of the volcano.
You know, maybe some of the other ones are harder.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to number 2,
Oh man, this is so blurry.
this is probably the blurriest one.
Oh, I got this.
I don't think I have this one.
So I see there's green and white. I don't want to say too much because I know what it is. So.
Oh man.
I
For all
got
you
this.
listeners, this is just a really blurry image that it's mostly green, and then it looks
It
like
appears to
money
be-
is like falling.
Money is falling, and the background is sort of a green cityscape of what looks like. It looks like London. Like that's a lot of like not very tall buildings stacked like really close. I don't know,
And I do
but
want to
it is a city.
mention, Nick, do not look at chat.
I'm not looking
Okay.
at chat.
This chat's very confident in their answer.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they are. I don't. I mean, first things first is trying to figure out if this is from a video game or a board game.
Well, I'm gonna need an answer.
I've got an answer.
I mean, I don't have an answer.
We'll put one in your head.
Okay, I guess I has an answer.
Now, here's my thing. I did not figure this part of the game out. If Will gets it right and Nick does not, I guess Nick can't get a point.
I guess. I mean, if
Okay.
he gets it right, well, I mean, I don't feel confident in my answer. I mean, he can give an answer, and if he gets it right, then he'll get the 2 points. But
Yeah, but I didn't know if we should give you a chance to get 1 point.
If he doesn't get it right, then yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Make him
Okay.
cover his ears.
Okay. So you wait just a moment.
Okay,
Nick,
yeah, I'll wait.
After
I don't
my
know.
countdown. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Monopoly.
Dang it.
So I'm guessing you didn't have an answer, Nick?
No, you said hold off.
No, I meant just wait a second because of the delay.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
I
if
said I
you
didn't
want
have an
to
answer.
move on through the next 2 slides, yes,
Yep,
it is.
yeah, that's Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
Sorry. It
Mm.
was so blurry.
As soon as you said it, I was like, oh, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So, and I think we discovered this is this one of your favorite games, Will, that you talked about the other week?
This is a game that I think everyone should play at some point
Yeah.
in their life. It is
Yes.
one of the quote-unquote essential board games.
There we
And
go.
then I came back and said that if you played it when you were younger, you need to play it a second time when you're
Mhm.
older and you understand things.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Hey.
I am very good at Monopoly, but it is not one of my favorites. But I will always play Monopoly if someone offers.
There we go. Okay, third game.
I know it.
Third game. Oh yeah, yeah.
Gosh, is it really this easy?
Go
I
ahead. And
recognize the hat
Yeah,
because
go
I
ahead
play
and
that
do-
character.
go ahead and do the
Okay.
countdown.
Okay, to make sure you
Yes,
understand.
wait
me
a
this time,
second.
just wait a second.
So
and
there,
then say
yeah,
it,
there's
because
a
there's
sort
a
of.
delay.
We need to describe it to the listeners.
Well, the thing is Will's not going to hear me say it or whatever until
True.
I guess he says it. So
Yeah, there is a delay. So yeah, so what we see is red
oh yeah.
and like
And
a
there's
blurry hat.
yeah, there's like a dude there, blurry hat. It's looks like he has a gun that he's like have up in the air. You can't really see it. His hand's kind of cut off.
That looks like a blurry rectangle. You know it's a
Yeah.
gun. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1.
Valorant.
Valorant.
Yes. Man, I went through all of this effort to zoom them out a little
Oh,
bit.
I definitely would have
Oh
gotten
hey,
it there.
oh hey, in the
Jet.
second one you see Jet. Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
Oh no, we got it wrong, man.
Oh, it was Valorant closed beta. Dang
Well,
it.
you know what? That's
Man.
just the image I found, okay?
Oh.
Number 4.
Oh, this is also blurry. There's a lot going on in this. For all you listeners, there's a lot in this image. I really don't know how to describe it, but I do see something I didn't see before, and I still don't know if I know it. Will, can you describe this to the listeners to your best of your ability?
So I see. I don't know if I want to give too much away because I know it.
Oh, okay.
I see like energy blasts, maybe
Yeah.
some lightning. I see what looks like a person
Yeah,
in
that's what I was seeing.
blue pants with boots on.
Are they made for walking?
They're probably made for walking.
Find me a pair of boots that aren't made for walking. That's what I want to know.
But yeah, so I do know this.
I don't know if I do know it.
It's because I see something that I 100% recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I know it at all.
I'll
Mm.
put an answer.
All right, fine. I'll throw out an answer. Oh man, I'm probably wrong because I have no idea.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Oh my
recognize
goodness.
upside down Rammus
Hold on.
down
Let-
there in the
let me
bottom
get- let
right
me-
hand corner.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
recognize
And I
upside
figured
down
by the
Rammus.
second image, you definitely would.
Well, what's the thing? What's the person in the center?
Jana?
Is that Jana?
I don't know. That's my guess.
And I think that's Mordekaiser or someone right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
No,
I
that's
see
not
Janna. Okay.
The
I went.
armor looked familiar enough. But yeah, Upside Down Rammus is what got me.
Okay. I didn't even notice that. Like, I just saw there was a lot going on, and I was like, this looks like a game that has a bunch of different characters in it, and yeah, that's kind of what I went with. Oh, who is that?
Oh, see the energy blasts. I thought like that was lightning and everything, but that is Janna. That's Sideways
Yeah.
Janna. I just.
Oh, whenever you
realized
said
that.
person, I thought that's what you meant by that. You saw a
No,
person.
I
I was
was
like,
talking
yeah, I
about
absolutely
whoever
see
that
that
is.
person.
Standing, like actually standing
Oh man,
normally right
that
behind
is
her.
that is such an old image.
That
of
was a
League of
really
Legends.
good one, Lindsay, though.
Yeah.
That was excellent. I would not have got it if I hadn't seen Rammus, like
Thank
little Rammus
you.
there.
I can't believe I got it.
Well, we've got 4 more. So that was number
Okay.
4. So
Oh,
we're moving on to
jeez.
5.
Oh, I mean, this kind of looks familiar, but I'm not really sure. For you listeners, like the right side and down at the bottom is very dark. It looks like it could be a cave.
Very dark.
On the left side, looks like there's a person staying there, in the cave, and then outside of the cave, it looks like there's like a little beach area with water.
Yeah, I know this one as well.
I don't know if I know it. Will, can you not be as good at these games?
I'm sorry, bro. I have very, very good memory.
No, I was just looking at the time right there.
That's sort of photographic.
I mean, I know what the game would probably deal with. I just don't know which one it is. Okay, I mean, I can throw out a guess, but I mean, I'm probably not gonna get it right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Black
Sea of
Flag.
Thieves.
Why don't you click on through? Sea of Thieves.
See, I was like, I know there's a pirate there. I just don't know if this is Sea of Thieves because I don't remember the cover art for Sea of Thieves. So I said Black Flag because I know that that's another pirate game. See, whenever I think Sea of Thieves, I just think of the top part where it was just the
words.
The words. So.
Yep. Game number
Oh, I know this
6.
already.
Yep.
Well, dang. I get so worried thinking I'm making this game so hard, and y'all just... Okay, you both got an answer?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
3, 2, 1.
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners,
made
we didn't describe it.
Oh yeah, gosh.
Oh, sorry.
I should have made it like Red Dragon in 5 and been like, you have to be specific.
Yeah.
But no.
So there's a wall in the background with maybe what looks like some things hanging on it, and then in the foreground there is a lady who, from the way it's cropped, appears naked.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
She's got brown hair
she is
and
not
a
naked.
purple like bandana in her hair, but it's not a bandana. It's like an actual like, I don't know, what are they called if they don't actually have a bandana pattern to them?
I don't know.
It's like
I don't know. It's a purple cloth on her
like
head.
a scarf on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the waitress from Red Dragon Inn.
Yes. So number 7.
7.
Oh. Stuff appears. There's a lot of different colors. Of course you do.
There's a sword being held by someone with white pants and blue armor. There is a boot that looks like it has strappy bits being worn by someone with green pants. And then there's something else that is red.
Yes.
But yeah.
I mean, I have a guess.
I am prepared.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Super Smash
Smash
Brothers.
Yes.
Those are Sonic's feet,
Oh, it
man.
was Sonic's feet. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the sword that I recognized. I was like, that looks like it's one of Fire
I was
Emblem's
like, if
character
they don't get it on
swords.
the
And
first one, they'll get it
Oh,
when they
see,
see
I
Yoshi's
saw-
face.
I saw the boot connected to Yoshi's face because the link was cropped. So I was like, green pants, that's throwing me off. But I
mean-
know Sonic.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, we got one more.
Oh, all of that looks familiar.
that
Oh wait,
that
Yeah,
I
that
feel
does
like
all
is
look
super
familiar.
easy.
all that looks very
Oh.
familiar.
Oh,
Do I know
okay,
it?
Okay. Yep.
Do I know it?
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Nick. So
I
when
don't know if I want to answer that, because if I answer the thing and I get it wrong, then I
So
look
when I was
foolish.
making this, I was like, these are so hard. I'll give them an easy one on the end.
Okay, well, so all you listeners, it looks like
Almost
there is
picking
there's like a river creek thing in the center with a waterfall in the back. At the top where you see the waterfall to the next of it on the like land, there's a tree. On the left side, you would see a bunch of like weeds and then flowers.
It's hella
And
Nintendo.
I'm sure
Yeah, oh,
even
yeah.
I'm sure even listeners
listener,
know
yeah.
what this one is.
Oh yeah,
Oi, we both got a guess.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Animal Crossing,
Animal Crossing.
New Horizons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, oh, this looks like a lot of Nintendo. And
Yeah.
then I saw the little blue boy in the background. I was like, I know.
Well, next time I'm gonna make it super hard because y'all are better than I thought. No offense. Will had 16 points and Nick had 12 points.
Oh, yeah.
So there we have it. There's our guess the game.
Lindsay sounds so disappointed.
I thought it was gonna be harder than it was.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, after that, it looks like that we are running out of time here.
Yep. So I hope you guys have been thinking about that trivia question. I kind of actually forgot about it this whole time. But it is time to bring back Lindsay again to share the answer with us. Lindsay.
Yes, so the question was Pokemon was originally released on which video game console?
I mean, I have an answer.
I'm very unsure, but I have an answer.
Like, it's between two, but I'm positive it's for. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have an answer. Who
I don't
answers
know- I don't
first?
know who
I'll
goes
answer
first
first.
on that.
I'll say Game Boy Color.
Which
Okay.
Game Boy did you say?
I said Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I think it was Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to score this because my answer just says Game Boy.
Well, what was the very
Oh.
first one? Because
So
I was
it says-
I was between Game
Yeah.
Boy and Game Boy Color.
It says Pokemon
If it was
came
on
out.
original Game Boy.
Yeah, it says
then
it
we got it
came out
wrong.
for the Game Boy in 1996. And the series has continued in every generation of Nintendo handhelds, as well as various other consoles. So, did the color come out after? Yes,
Yep,
the color
okay.
came out
Yeah,
in
it was just normal
98.
Game Boy.
So, I guess y'all were wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
I was
But
mostly
also-
saying Game Boy Color because
Right.
of the Pokemon
That's-
games. Because they were Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, and all
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah,
I was like,
did
okay,
remember
let's
when
go
you
with
would,
the color.
Go to different cities, this color would change.
Yeah.
So,
So I thought maybe I had never had a Game Boy, so I didn't know that it actually had color. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it was just
Yeah.
gray.
yeah, so you were both technically wrong, but very,
So-
very close.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I never really, the only game that I played on a normal Game Boy, and I know I mentioned this, I think in the very first episode, was when my dad had a normal Game Boy and he was playing Tetris. But any of the, first Pokemon games, I played them on a Game Boy Color. And that's why I was thinking color.
So-
And also because the different Pokemon games were different colors. And I'm like, Okay, yeah, we'll just say Game Boy Color.
I feel like a dummy for asking this, because it might be obvious. Regular Game Boy was like the screen in black and white, and the Game Boy Color, the screen was in color, or is it because the Game Boy Color was actually like a different color than just white?
I think the screen was just like black and white and like,
And the-
shades of gray for
the
the
regular-
original Game Boy.
And then the
But my first
color.
Game Boy was a Game Boy Advanced, so
Okay.
yeah.
I had a Game Boy Color. I still have the Game Boy Color, actually. It still works. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so we're going to need to wrap up this episode. So we want you to be able to contact us and check out like everything that we have on different like media platforms. Will, do you care to share those media platforms and where the listeners can find you?
Yeah, so you can check out our YouTube channel, Out of the Box Gaming. Our Discord is also linked there at our YouTube channel. We also have Instagram at OOTB_gaming. And we now have a Twitter as well. You can find us with our Twitter handle at gaming OOTB. And the G and the O are capitalized. I don't know if that actually matters for
I
Twitter.
don't think it does.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to stop mentioning it. Check out our Patreon and the awesome perks that we have for you there to unlock. We recently updated those perks, and we're always looking for more perks to add. So if you have any ideas, let us know.
Yeah.
And always remember other things.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of Patreon, we do want to thank our the Patreon we have in our collector's edition. Cody Watkins or Indecent Sarcasm. Yeah, and then if you want to find me, you can find me on YouTube, Mixer, and Instagram at Ace King King, and you can find me on Twitter at AceKingKing77.
Please make sure to leave a review on our podcast on whatever platform you found us. Like, subscribe, and yeah, leave little comments. It helps the algorithms find us so that you can find us easier next time. Or, like I said, subscribe. But thanks for listening, and please join us next week.
And this has been Out of the Box Game with Nick Picard and Will Kinsey. Thanks for playing along.